Ghur, the realm of beasts. The realm of beasts is a near endless string of jagged continents, each awe-inspiring in its primeval splendor. Here every creature is red in tooth and claw, and every animal, insect, plant is both predator and prey. Even the landscapes are possessed of hungering animus. Primal violence lurks everywhere, in man and beast alike. The prehistoric reaches of the realm of beasts tend towards rugged, wide-open places where winged raptors wheel in clear blue skies. Sweeping savannas, craggy valleys, and open plains are split by fierce white-water rivers, yawning chasms that open and grind close like impossible mouths. Great migratory trails criss-cross the lands, made not only by herds of prowling megafauna and hunting behemoths, but by the features of the lands themselves. A traveler might seek refuge in a cave one night and emerge the next morning to find the horizon has changed. The landmarks have slid slightly, but discernibly out of position. Here the mountains move in search of ice with which to armor its flanks, just as the open plains grind the mountain's edge to sharp gravel, the better to protect its crust from the feet of those who seek to traverse it. Rivers conquer the hills, gradually carving them apart with the rocks that ripped from the high peaks. The hills shiver free those forests that seek to take root upon them with avalanches of rubble and burrows of root-gnawing stonelings. In places the weather, beaten bones and rib cages of giant gargants, and vast saurian monsters litter the lands, used as frameworks for everything from bivouacs to primal townships. Strung with the furs of recent kills, they are daubed with charcoal, chalk, and terracotta. The larger settlements on the amber plains of Ghur tend to be surrounded by concentric rings of palisades where the very stake is stuck, deep to jut diagonally outward. A stone wall would soon be smashed down by a rampaging megabeast, but a sharpened stake at just the right angle with the strength of stone behind it can force even the hungriest creature to leave well alone, lest its own charge be its undoing. Those too frenzied or dim-witted to learn the dangers of such traps will spit themselves through in an instant. All the people of the settlement need to do is set a large bonfire beneath it, and the creature will likely feed the whole tribe it intended to devour. Gnawed, cracked, and pitted bone is a common sight in the realm of beasts, for natural and unnatural creatures are in great abundance, and to die there is to be devoured. Even the realm stone of Ghur takes a similar form, the amber-hued substance naturally occurring like fossils in rock. Deposits that range in size from tiny magical phalanges no bigger than the finger bone of a bat to huge thigh-bone pieces like those of a thunder tusk are sought after by the shamans and embermantics seers of Ghur. Those who become attuned to the artifacts can unleash the beast inside and even transform into massively muscled primal versions of themselves that fight with the fury of enraged predators. Where there's bones, there's meat, as the hunter tribes of the Great Coil say, and in Ghur, it's the best of the mortal realms. As a result, good quality sea salt is a hugely viable commodity that is used by hunters and coal claimers to preserve the vast slabs of meat they ship to other, less bountiful realms. A good-sized rock lion haunch fetches such a price that it can be traded for a batch of blades from the realm of metal or a dozen barrels of flame ale from Akshi. The real difficulty is keeping the would-be trader from eating the goods before the exchange can be made. In the realm of beasts the demands of heart and stomach triumph those of the mind almost every time. The heartlands of Ghur are host to many great tribes of savage and brutish species. Here the orcs and ogres thrive more than anywhere else. Might makes right philosophy and reckless aggression, lending them the edge they need to survive amongst the wilderness. Gorkamorka is worshipped in a variety of different ways across every continent, even by many of the human hunter-gatherers that eke out nomadic existences there. Entire wars have been fought over whether he is cunning but brutal or brutal but cunning, though the iron jaws can be found enforcing their hierarchy of raw strength across every landscape in the pan-continental Ghurish landmass. The bone-splitter oryx make up the majority of the green-skinned tribes of the Heartlands. Ravenous ogres instead tend to migrate across the landscapes nearer the realm's edge, known to some as the hinterlands, denuding the lands of substance as they go, before heading back to start all over again. Those known as the Beastclaw Raiders bring with them the Everwinter, a supernatural blizzard so intense the lands become icy and inimical to life in each tribe's wake. The coming of chaos to Ghur began first with the great skull-gatherers and gore-hunters of those human tribes who worshipped corn. For though they knew not of what dread moniker, their behavior opened the door to the blood god's minions none the less. When chaos demons and their inadvertent allies claimed great swathes of heartland and hinterlands alike, the tribes of destruction met them with an avalanche of violence in return. Ghur still exists in a state of tension, with the Pantheon of Order joining the fight. There is no telling what fate is in store for the realm's reaches.